who goes by the name of Blueface, appeared in court this morning. Police arrested Jonathan Jamal Porter yesterday at Lolo's Chicken and Waffles at the Hughes Center near Flamingo. A warrant was out for his arrest following a shooting that happened last month near Las Vegas Boulevard and Sunset.
From the streets of Los Angeles to the bright lights of fame, and now the walls of a prison cell, Blueface's story is one of talent, chaos, and choices that finally caught up to him. This isn't just another rapper in trouble. Headline: it's a deep dive into the twists, feuds, and fallout that landed him a 4-year sentence. Blueface's drive pushed him into the spotlight, but it also pulled him into situations he couldn't escape. We're talking about probation violations, lawsuits worth millions, gang ties, and drama no career could withstand. His case shows how fast a promising future can spiral into a courtroom nightmare. Born Jonathan Jamal Porter in 1997, he grew up in central Los Angeles. His childhood was split between his mom in Santa Clarita and his dad in Oakland, surrounded by heavy gang activity. While his older brother got caught up in that life, Blueface tried staying focused. He played saxophone in the marching band and stood out most as a quarterback, leading his high school to a championship run. College scouts noticed, and he landed at Fayetteville State in North Carolina. But depression and homesickness cut that dream short, and by 2016, he was back in Los Angeles with no clear direction. His ties to the schoolyard crips grew stronger. He worked odd jobs, including at Home Depot, until he got fired for selling weed out back. From there, he leaned into street life full-time with rumored arrests that never stuck. A friend eventually brought him to a studio, and after hopping on the mic, he decided music was his way out. That's when Blueface was born. Music gave him focus. But trouble stayed close. In 2018, just after being called LA's most controversial rapper, he was robbed at gunpoint at a Chevron station. He chased the suspect, shots were fired, and both cars crashed. Blueface was arrested for assault with a deadly weapon. Smaller incidents followed, like a tense 2019 Porsche traffic stop. But his biggest legal problems were still ahead. By 2022, things escalated outside a Las Vegas strip club. A man named Cabby, a trailer, claimed Blueface's crew attacked him over a joke about driving a cheap car. As he ran, shots were fired. Blueface took a plea deal for probation and a Vegas ban. But the strip club later sued him for $14 million, claiming his actions cost them their license. That lawsuit still hangs over him. By 2024, probation violations had stacked up. He was already on probation for attacking a nightclub bouncer in 2021. And again after the Vegas case in January 2024, he was sentenced to 6 months for shoving a fan during a show and ordering his crew to handle her. Weeks later, while still serving time, Nevada hit him with another violation for drug paraphernalia, triggering the maximum penalty. In August 2024, the judge gave him 4 years. His father left court devastated, while his mother said she was proud he took accountability. His manager noted that with time served, he might do less than a year. Still, the message was clear: his freedom was gone and the system wasn't giving him another pass. This was a turning point he couldn't dodge. Blueface's story isn't just about charges, it's also about his messy personal life. His on and off relationship with Chrissy and Rock, which started in 2020 on his Blue Girls Club reality show, has fueled constant chaos. Their fights, public arrests, and breakups spilled into his career, making probation issues worse. He's also feuded with rappers like Lil Baby and El Ichapa and Soulja Boy, dragging families into the drama. Even locked up, the scandals continue. Photos of him behind bars with new tattoos hit social media, sparking questions about his mindset. At the same time, tension with Chrissy and other artists kept the spotlight on him. It's clear that even without freedom, Blueface's name stays tied to controversy. The only question now is whether prison marks the end or just another chapter, whether it's a bitter lawsuit, a broken family tie, or a relationship that just won't fully end. Every road seems to circle back to the same thing. Blueface keeps stacking choices that bring heavier consequences each time. His 4-year sentence is more than just time to serve. It's a test to see if he can ever break out of the cycle that's followed him since before fame. The courtroom handed down the penalty, but what happens after the doors open is still unwritten. Will this be a true turning point, or just another pause before the next headline? What do you think? Can he make a real comeback, or is this the endgame? Blueface's journey has always been a swing between highs and lows, and what makes it more shocking is the background he came from. This is someone who had real athletic talent, a chance at a college career, and the charisma to pull people into his music. His transition from football to rap wasn't only about chasing fame, it was also about survival. Growing up around gangs, violence, and instability, music gave him both an escape and a mirror of his reality. But even at his best moments, those same street connections stayed close. The name Blueface wasn't just branding, it was identity. And that identity became part of his biggest problem. It tied him to a reputation that neither the legal system nor his rivals let him escape. Early wins in court, like the dismissed 2019 gun charge, might have given him the sense that he could slide around consequences. But each run-in chipped away at his options. His 2018 robbery shootout showed how fast he could flip from victim to defendant. The probation system only made things worse, where even small missteps led to major punishment. The feuds added more weight with Lil Baby. Jealousy over Chrissy spiraled into threats and accusations. Within Ali Choppa, it started over a move-on. Choppa's ex, leading to online mockery and talk of a boxing match that never happened. With Sulia Boy, things went further, with Blueface claiming he slept with Solia's baby mama, sparking lawsuits and threats. These weren't just petty beefs, they became part of the record of his behavior, making him look reckless in the eyes of judges and probation officers. Blueface's scandal updates often doubled as legal updates. His relationship with Chrissy was its own legal minefield, with assaults, property damage, and public fights tying into his probation issues. Family disputes added another layer, like the alleged attack on his mother by Chrissy, after which Blueface sided against his own mom. This personal chaos blurred into his professional life, making it nearly impossible to separate the artist from the defendant. Even in prison photos, showing off new tattoos, he keeps curating an image, but behind it is a repeating pattern conflict. Escalation, consequence, reset. That's why this sentence feels different. The stakes are higher. The history runs deeper, and the window for a comeback feels smaller than ever. Time is ticking not only on his release, but also on whether his career can handle one more round of scandal. Could he use this time to finally break from the cycle? Or will it just be the calm before another storm? Blueface has survived before. But 4 years is long in music. The industry doesn't wait. And with lawsuits, beefs, and burned bridges, his return might look very different. Still, Blueface has always been unpredictable. He turned an online fans fight club into a cultural talking point. He kept his name trending through chaos that would have ended most careers. If anyone could flip prison time into a platform, it's him. The real question is whether that platform will be a rebuild or another round of destruction. If you made it this far, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next twist. This might be the longest pause in Blueface's career, but it doesn't have to be the last chapter.